This morning on BRN, the world premiere of Who Cares, the Caregiver Interview Project. Joining me now to discuss this, Lorraine Robinson of the Voices Festival Productions. Lorraine, great to see you. Thanks for joining us on the program this morning.
You're welcome. It's a pleasure to be here with you.
I was telling you in the virtual green room, because it's virtual, we're in two different locations. I really love this story. And I want to start by asking you just a set of basic questions. How did you come up with Who Cares? What inspired you to write or to co-write this piece?
Well, as I'm sure, you're aware and the folks listening are aware, we have an aging population and issues of care are becoming increasingly prevalent. I particularly have a connection to caregiving because I unexpectedly became a caregiver for my sister, who, although not that old, was diagnosed during the pandemic with a terminal illness, ALS FTD. The FTD portion stands for frontal temporal dementia. And so all of a sudden I was thrust into this experience and world of caregiving. And it is completely overwhelming, all absorbing, and just puts you into a field that is completely foreign. So that was my personal inspiration. My partner for Voices Festival Productions, Ari Roth, also had other experiences with caregiving. He's caring from afar for parents and in-laws. And so this was a topic that we were experiencing and many others that we knew were experiencing.
Yeah, and yours, unfortunately, the circumstances you're describing, very common in today's environment. We do have an aging America. How did you, if I'm not a playwright, I've only written English papers, and that was a long time ago. But how did you translate the story that you lived through and your co-author lived through into something that would translate and be meaningful for the audience? I'm curious about that.
Well, first, we were so compelled by the topic, and we wanted to talk to others that were having similar experiences. And so the model for the play that we chose was docudrama or theater of testimony. And so we went out and we interviewed approximately 20 individuals that were sort of in our networks that were experiencing the challenges of caregiving. We also interviewed a couple of professionals, and we used those transcripts as the basis for the stories in our play.
And were there common themes that you uncovered across these 20 or so stories that you through these interviews?
Many common connections. Obviously it's challenging physically and financially. There's a lack of support. There are questions of logistics. Is the person being cared for someone that, someone is trying to take care of at home? Or are they trying to navigate the challenges and difficulties of facilities and getting into a facility, assessing the grade, how good the facility is, if it's adequate for their care recipient. There's so many questions and so many challenges. So there are many connections.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, I think obviously it's a compelling topic for me. We do this a lot on the network. I think you're going to have a big audience and draw a lot of people. If someone's watching this, how can they participate? How can they see or hear the readings? I know you're having a world premiere in January, but are there ways, if you live outside the area, that people can listen, because I think this is a major event, and there's a lot of things that people can take from the readings.
Yes, well, what interested individuals can do is visit our website for tickets, and some of the tickets are free. The website is www.voicesfestivalproductions.com,
Mm-hmm.
and there are free tickets for our reading that's going to be happening in mid-November. We have two free readings where we are still, we're working on the material, we're trying it out. So it's an opportunity to hear it and even give your feedback, input on what you heard. And then on November 19th, we are wrapping that up with a roundtable to discuss the issues. That's also free. And we have some guests coming from some other arts pieces in the area that are dealing with themes of aging, and also some professionals related to industries that are supporting caregivers. So that's going to be an exciting talk. We will record that talk, so that's something that later should be available for access online at our website as well. And then, of
And
course, we ultimately want everyone to come to our world premiere, which starts in January of 2025.
yep, and that's just around the corner. Can you tell us a little about the I know you have an ensemble cast. Again, these are readings or stories, but tell us about the cast and kind of the roles that they play.
Oh, absolutely. We have a really wonderful dynamic cast uh, of six, primarily all professional actors. Five of them are equity members. First off, they are just wonderful performers. So you're going to be for a real treat to see these individuals work on stage. And then they have a host of characters that they have to play. There's one central character named Lori that actually is based off of my personal story. And then the other cast members in the play, they're playing a variety of characters. So they're playing mothers and aunts and children, and so all of the relationships within this care and caring drama that's happening. So it's going to be part of the treat is hearing the moving stories of these different individuals that we interviewed, but also the other part of it is going to see the actors transforming from character to character, mother to daughter to neighbor to other individuals in those relationships, and seeing those transformations of character as we go from story to story.
Yeah, it's so relatable. I suspect you're going to get a lot of interest. I just think it's so relatable. I think a lot of people are going through this. All accounts, there are thousands, if not tens of thousands or millions of people that either are going through it or will go through it. Are you planning I don't want to jinx, knock on wood, or break a leg, I guess is the right thing to say, but how do you follow up, or can you follow up on the story? I'm assuming you're going to have great success. So can you have a sequel?
Oh, well, certainly. And we will want to, share this work in an even wider way. The world premiere that we'll do in January is a jumping off point. And then, after that, there will be opportunities to see if there are other venues or other places that would want to carry the work. And certainly we'll continue the dialogue about the issues contained within the play, about the challenges of caregiving, and how basically society wise we're really not talking about how challenging that experience is and how isolating that experience it is. And yet all of us will have to encounter decisions related to caregiving at some stage, with those that we love, or the things that we'll end up experiencing ourselves. We all need care.
Yeah, a really good point. That's what I said. I think this is something that will touch a lot of people, and my best wish is that you get to do this in so many different locations around not only the United States but around the world, because it's not just here in the States; it's in Europe. And hey, by the way, I just want to let you know, Lorraine, I was in The King and I when I was about 10 years old, and so if you ever need an actor, I'm always available. I don't have my equity card, but I'm willing to apply. Lorraine, we're going to have to leave it there. Good luck with the event, and we look forward to having you back on the program again very soon.
Oh, thank you so much, Jeffrey. I really appreciate it.
And don't forget to subscribe to our daily newsletter, The Morning Pulse, for all the news in one place. Details, of course, are at our website. And we're back again tomorrow for another edition of BRN. Until then, I'm Jeff Snyder. Stay safe, keep on saving, and don't forget, roll with the changes.